Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. So in this video, we're going to show you how to tap into one of the most commonly received resources, both from Treasure Hunter and Skilling, and that is Dungeoneering tokens. Now, Dungeoneering tokens are a reward from when you do Dungeoneering in the skill itself, or also from the Dungeoneering like reward packets, which you can get from quite a few things now. You can get them from Treasure Hunter keys, you can get them from like any events and stuff, and you just seem to keep racking up the Dungeoneering rewards. So to spend these rewards, you can go to Demonheim and you can trade reward trader and pick up any of these rewards which you do still have to get. And don't get me wrong, there are some rewards here which are very, very worthwhile purchasing and very worthwhile picking up as well. But if you do not want any rewards here, if you've got other plans for it as well, you can also go over to Brill here, who is the ED3 dungeon reward shop, or basically, I don't know if it's a quest or anything, but basically it's another form of Dungeoneering shop. And this is where you can also buy some other stuff for your Dungeoneering tokens. Now, here are some really, really good things to unlock. So take a look through the shop, see if there's anything you want. You can access the ability to create all the codexes, whether that's Demon Slayer, Dragon Slayer, or Undead Slayer. You can also unlock some of the scrimshaws, and these scrimshaws can actually make profits, but they are linked to your ports. So even though you've unlocked the scroll, you will have to unlock all the materials at ports as well. You can unlock the no print to make your own magic no paper, but again, magic no paper is quite cheap, so I'd probably save on the 200k tokens. You can also unlock the elite Dungeoneering outfit as well, which is very worthwhile for doing Dungeoneering itself, so I would consider that. And it's got some very good cosmetics as well. The elite dungeon chest upgrade as well is very, very nice. However, what we're going to focus on is consumables, and the consumables we're going to focus on here are the Vital Spark Drop Enhancers. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of stuff dotted around here as well, which is very worthwhile picking up, depending on how you want to play the game, and depending on how you want to spend your tokens as well. But for me, I've got a massive surplus of tokens, so I'm more interested in going for the Vital Spark Enhanced Droppers. Although, shout out to the Zamorakian Undercity one as well, that is also very, very good. So anyway, so what these Vital Spark Drop Enhancers, anytime you've got a task in a Sphere pyramid, you have a chance of getting Vital Sparks, and Vital Sparks are what you need to create the codexes. So there's always going to be demand because these codexes are quite overpowered for certain bosses, and especially when the Necromancy release got updated, the Undead one had a massive spike in demand. Now there is sort of talk about some upgrades to Necromancy bosses coming into the game, like a Necromancy Dagon set. So in the future, there could be a chance where that codex does spike again, and the demand for Vital Sparks will also go up. So for 1k DG token for one, you will be able to get this. And what this basically does is double your Vital Spark, which you receive as a drop. Now, Vital Sparks aren't rare at all, and you will get a couple per hour. So for this example, we're going to kill Salawar Akkers. And basically, these can roughly drop 6.8 of these per hour. Now, if you had Vital Spark Enhancers, that will double that per hour. So it's basically going to make even more money. And at the minute, these Vital Sparks are roughly about 400k each. So they're very much worthwhile having as a drop because they will rack up for profit. And as well, it's just one big way of converting your Dungeoneering tokens into extra profit. 1k Dungeoneering tokens with a Vital Spark Enhancer is roughly going to be about 400k. And don't get me wrong, it's going to include the time you're going to have to take to go and get the drops. But you can convert Dungeoneering tokens into profit by doing these as an AFK or as also from an AFK task. Now, with this as well, if you were to not use the ability or fill your chest out in the pyramid to where Vital Sparks don't go into it and they drop on the floor, rather than getting the two from the enhancer and from the drop, you will actually get 3. So that is also a very good way to add an extra spark as well. So just shows as an example, we will get 10 from the shop. And if you do have the ability of having some Dungeoneering tasks completed, you will be able to get a little bit of discount off it as well. And also, I believe that came from having the full Trailblazer outfit. It gave me a 7% discount as well. So to kill these, I'm just going to take your generic basic AFK melee setup. They are a little bit tough at times, so just don't go under equipped. Make sure you have enough to be able to deal with them, because especially the higher tier stuff, the Salawar Akkers can hit, it can really hit. And again, don't judge the info, we're just going to go and do a little bit of a sample size. Of course, we've not got that. Now, one money-making method you can always do when you go to the dungeon as well is that you are able to buy the Feathers of Mart. Now, these are used to kill the monsters anyway, so you need to bring these, so that's why we're going to buy some en route. But you can buy them for a cheaper price than a Grand Exchange. So if you're not planning on doing Slayer, you can buy 1,000 of these every day and probably make a couple 100k profit compared to the Grand Exchange. So this is where the dungeon is. It's just slightly north of the Luminous Wisp spot, which is what I use to teleport. You can buy the teleport tablets to get directly here anyway. 1.5k per Feather of Mart, and if we price check it afterwards, it's 1.6. So don't get me wrong, it's only 100k, but 100k is 100k. Now this chest is what auto collects your loot. So we have an empty chest, but we are going to click on auto collect because we're lazy. So we're not going to get the chance of getting 3 Vital Spark drops per go, but we are going to have a chance just to have everything picked up. And just so we don't really have to pay attention, the only thing you have to pay attention for is the keys. So again, depending on your Slayer level, depends on where you can go and kill these. It's very, very highly recommended to have an aggression overload, which I do not have. Because I was thinking on the spot, and I don't do that very, very well. But yes, in terms of combat though, if you're not 200ml combats, this is a very good way to train your combats, make a little bit more profit as well. Or you could just take these Vital Spark enhancers every time you get the Soul Devour Slayer task. That's what I do, and it just sort of like adds overall. It's just something generic as well. You can take these Vital Spark drop enhancers to the Magister. The Magister does drop the Vital Sparks, and you can just double it as well, but it will be in a bigger chunk as opposed to this as well. But basically, to convert your Dungeoneering tokens into cash, you need to go and buy the enhancers, you need to go to these monsters, AFK them and kill them, and then also just use your enhancers as well. Now, the choice is yours between whether you want to camp them all in one big go, or you want to just do it as and when you get a slay task. For me, as and when I get a slay task works perfect. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And basically, whenever you get a Vital Spark drop, this will just drop down and it'll go straight to the chest as 2 rather than 1. But that's going to be the end of this video. Again, this was just a little bit of a way of explaining like how Dungeoneering tokens, even though they're handed out quite frequently, and you may actually even train Dungeoneering occasionally, or you do elite dungeons, you can convert them into some very, very good rewards. Now, this is just focused on the Vital Spark enhancers, but all the other rewards at that second shop I did show you are very worthwhile looking into, depending on how you play your accounts. Some people are very much more PVM orientated, and the drops will be a bit better for that. Whereas some people just want to AFK, make a little bit of extra money, which is where the Vital Spark enhancers will shine. They are a very good profit at the moment, although the price is a little bit up and down, so it might be a chance that it will change very, very soon. So if you are going to do this, I would suggest getting in while the price is good, or at least hold off until the price comes back somewhere to the 400 or 500k mark, where it would be definitely worthwhile doing. These on their own are roughly about 3 to 4 mil, but other versions of the Soul Devourers can be just as good profit. Aworks or Akkers are just the absolute best ones to AFK in my opinion. But that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed once again. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. If you've got any suggestions for content for the future or anything you want to see, please make sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll always do my best to make sure I do it as soon as possible and get that content out to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.